Welcome to our general strength block number 3. This is going to be day 1. So I hope you enjoy the new setup and let's get started. So for today, we have our single leg bench squat with a double leg stand up. That will be 3 sets of 8 on each side. Then we have our wall mountain climbers. That will be 8 on each side. All right, so first one, you can grab a dumbbell if you would like. Hold it up at your chest. We're going to stand about a foot width away from a chair or a box or whatever you have available. We're going to have one leg out. We're going to sit our hips back, keeping our chest up, down onto the bench, both legs down, and stand up. All right, now again, 8 on each side. Then we've got our wall mountain climbers. So all you're going to be doing is falling against the wall or a bench or a chair if you would like to have it a little bit more elevated to make it easier. Or if you want to progress, you can start there and then move to it being on the ground. Now, I will be doing it on the ground. You can progress each week. You come back to this day 1 block. All right, so let's get started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Now onto our mountain climbers. 8 on each side as well. 1, 2. Good. Now with those, you can be doing it slow. Bring your knees up to your chest and back down and progress to faster if you would like. So let's keep going. Now we're going to be on to our set 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Mountain climbers again. Go at your own pace. All right, last set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, mountain climbers for our last set. Good job. That was our A block. Now we're moving on to our B block. All right, welcome to our B block. So we're gonna have our single leg glute bridge. That'll be 3 sets of 8 on each side. Then we will have our foam roller internal hip rotation, and that will also be 3 sets of 8 on each side. So starting out on the ground for our single leg glute bridge, we're gonna lay all the way back. You can have your arms out next to you for extra assistance. So single leg glute bridge. So I'm going to put one heel down, one toe up for harder, foot flat for easier. All right, so here I will be doing a heel down, toe up. Then your other leg is going to be completely up in the air. Now, if you hold it lower to the ground while you are doing the exercise, it is going to be harder. If you hold it straight up to the sky, it is going to be easier using gravity there. So from here, you're going to bring your hips up as high as you can, squeeze your glutes and your hamstrings, and come back down, all right? So that's going to be 3 sets of 8 on each side. Then we're going to be seated on a chair. Foam roller is going to be in between your knees. You want to sit all the way on the edge of that chair. From here, you're going to squeeze the foam roller. I'm going to start out with my right leg. You are going to bring your foot externally outside of your body and back in. All right, same thing on the other side. Go as far out as you can and back in. All right, so keeping that tension between the foam roller, squeezing those knees. All right, so let's get started. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Now, if you need to put your leg down and do every single rep one at a time, you can totally do that instead of holding that leg up in the air the entire time. All right, here we go. Foam roller, squeeze. You can also use a towel or anything that you have that's going to be good to hold in between your legs. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, that was our first set. Now going to set 2, back on the ground. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, squeezing our glutes and our hamstrings. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right. Back to our foam roller. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, down on the floor for our last set. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, foam roller. All right, last set here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good job. All right, that was our B block. Now we're moving on to our C block. All right, so for C block, we've got 3 exercises. All of them are going to be 3 rounds. All right, so first one, we've got 3 points of contact for a tricep extension. That'll be 3 sets of 8 on each side. Then we have Arnold press. That'll be 10 reps. And then we have our dumbbell flies. You can do them on the floor or on a bench if you have it. And we will do 10 reps there as well. So for our 3 points of contact for a tricep extension, what you are going to do is you're going to have 3 points of contact just like it says. So I'm going to have my hand, my knee, and my opposite foot. So that will be our 3 points of contact. The other one has my dumbbell in that hand. From here, I'm going to keep my elbow right outside of my ribs, and I'm going to extend my elbow and then bring it back to that bicep curl. Extend and bring it back. All right. Now, if you do not have a bench or anything, you can also do it on the floor. You will just have a little bit different of a position, but it's still going to work all the same. All right. So next, after that, we are going to be doing our Arnold press. So you'll have your 2 dumbbells for that one. You can be standing or seated. I will be standing. From here, you're going to curl straight up to your shoulders, and then you're going to press all the way up above your head and reset. That is 1 rep. All right. Then we will have our flies on the floor. So again, you can do these on the floor or on a bench. So right here, we are going to have our dumbbells up. You can have your feet flat on the ground. Slight bend in your elbows. You're going to go out as far as you can and bring it back in. All right. Now, with this one, you might not be able to go out very far. That is perfectly fine. Just go out as far as you can and back in. All right. So that'll be 10 right there as well. All right. So let's get started on our first set. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now I'm going to flip to the other side. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. All right, now for our flies, I will be doing them on a bench. Again, you do not have to. You can do it on the floor just like I showed earlier. Slight bend in those elbows. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, Arnold press. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, now we're moving to set 2. Back to our tricep extension. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, go into our flies. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, moving to our Arnold press. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Arms getting a little tired. All right, last set. All right, last one. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Now go into our flies. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. All right. Arnold press, last one here for all these arms. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Good job. That was our C block. Now we're going to our finisher. All right, so for our finisher, we are going to do all of these for 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off. Some of them will be per side, so then we'll switch at 15. Then we'll do that for 2 rounds, all right? So first exercise we got is our butterfly crunches. Then we're gonna have stability ball rollouts. Then we're gonna have split stance plate chops, all right? So butterfly crunches are gonna be on the ground. You can set your feet in butterfly position if you would like, or you can just hold them out, all right? From here, you're going to sit up. Either 2 ways you can do it. Arms up to the sky and crunch, or arms out in front of you and crunch through the middle, okay? Whichever one's gonna be more comfortable for you. Then we are going to go into our stability ball rollout. Now, for this one, hips need to try to stay as far forward as you can. All right, so you want to try to start out forearms, hips back. Try to start out closer to the edge of the ball where your body is. Roll out as far as you can. Hips come forward. Dig back into the ball and come back. So ideally, you want to get your knees all the way to your head in a straight line if possible. All right, so just go as far out as you can there. Then our last one will be our split stance chops. So our split stance chops are going to be in our lunge position, all right? So we are going to be doing both sides. So you'll be in your lunge. You don't have to go down super far, but from here I want where the empty space is. So for me, this is my left leg. The plate will be on my right side. I'm going to chop cross and back to my other hip. So if my left knee is forward, I'm going right hip to left upper diagonal. All right, same thing when we switch. All right, so let's start the clock and let's get started. Here we go. Butterfly crunches. 3, 2, and 1. Bringing those shoulder blades off the ground as high as you can. Good, now we're going to the stability ball. Remember, rolling out as far as you can. If you can't get all the way in a straight line, that's okay. Do what you can. 3, 2, 1. Engage in that core as much as possible. All the way out. Back in. Good, all right, now the chops. Two, 1, here we go. Try to feel that rotational core. We're going to switch at 15. And switch. Good, starting over. Last round. Almost done. You got it. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Good, now we're going to the rollout. Here we go. 3. Good, now last one, the chops. 3, 2, 1. Switch. And done. Good job. That was our day 1 of our general strength block 3. Have a great rest of your day. See you next time for day 2.